We know that the human race has been comprised of the haves and the have-nots. When I was a kid back during the Great Depression, I was obsessed with a desire to know what invisible something separated the haves from the have-nots, being a have-not. I wanted to know why so few managed to be well off financially in a country where success is available to everyone. For example, in checking the Statistical Abstract of the United States, published by the Bureau of the Census, I discovered, just lately, that only 10% of the men in this country, 65 years of age and older, have incomes of $6,000 or more a year. More than 80% of all men 65 or older have incomes under $4,000 a year. Only 7.6% have incomes between $7,000 and $10,000 a year, and only 3.7% have incomes of $10,000 a year or more. A man starts his working career in his 20s, often earlier. He's fortunate in that he lives in the free world. He has better than 40 years to make the grade financially in the richest country on earth. Yet, according to the statistics, only about 10 out of 100 will be financially secure by the time 65 rolls around, and only about 4 men out of 100 will be financially comfortable. Now, why? Well, let me tell you how to find out for yourself. Conduct your own survey. Start down the street in your neighborhood on any Saturday or Sunday and ask the man of every house 2 questions. The first question is, what are you doing at the present time to increase your income now? That is, how much do you want to earn? And when you've evaluated the blank stare you get in response to that question, ask question number 2, which goes, how much money are you planning to be worth at age 65? Now, when the silence becomes too unnerving, thank him and move on to the next house. Ask 50 men, 100, 1,000, until you're completely convinced that the reason men don't make more money during their working lives, and the reason men aren't financially independent by the time they're 65, is simply that they seldom, if ever, do any constructive thinking on either subject. It's that simple, unfortunately. The reason it's so easy to earn far more money than the average man earns in this country is that so very few, are going about it the right way. This is a race without enough contestants to bother about. The few who are really in the race can all be winners. Some will finish ahead of the others, but even the man who finishes last in this race will be financially secure. Most people, more than 90%, aren't even in the race. To prove it, ask yourself the 2 survey questions. Up until the time you started listening to this message, what were your plans for increasing your income? How much do you want to earn? And how much money had you decided to be worth by the time you're 65? You see, people who earn large incomes aren't lucky, and they're not crooks as those without money are so fond of pretending, nor are they endowed with more brains or talent necessarily than their friends and neighbors, nor are they privy to occult secrets, and only a very few were lucky enough to have had rich fathers or grandfathers. Most of the people earning the big incomes today started the same way you and I did, and most other people. The only difference between the men who earn big incomes and those who earn small incomes is that those earning big incomes decided to earn more. They're the people who made it their business to earn more. You see, a woman who does not think about baking an apple pie for dinner tonight will never think of looking up the recipe for apple pie. Without the decision for pie, there's no motivation for checking out the recipe. A man who does not think about driving his car to St. Louis, Missouri or Nacogdoches, Texas will never get road maps which show how to get to St. Louis or Nacogdoches. And a man who never decides to earn more money will never think of learning how, of looking up the rules for earning more money. You see, people do what they make up their minds to do. So get rid of the ancient superstition once and for all that people who earn big money are special people, or lucky, or get the breaks, or had money to begin with, or knew someone, or are smarter, or anything else. These are alibis. They can all be disproved 1,000 times. The reason there are so many of these alibis around is that men who fail to make the grade financially are seldom honest enough to just admit that they really didn't try and keep trying. So in order to justify their failure, in order to remain seated, they dream up and pass along these old alibis. We're all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. I once had occasion to visit Charleston, South Carolina. I'd never been there before, so I hired a taxi to drive me around the historic old town. I particularly wanted to see the battery where that famous shot was fired on Fort Sumter. Along this beautiful drive, some of Charleston's oldest and finest homes look out over the bay. I commented to my cab driver on what lovely homes they were, and he said, yes, some of those homes have 40 rooms. And then he thought a moment and he said, and every one of them is owned by a crook. This is how the have-nots justify themselves and their lot in life. I didn't say anything because I didn't feel I was entitled to advise him or try to straighten out his thinking. This is a free country where as long as he doesn't hurt others, everyone has the unalienable right to be just as wrong as he wants to be. As Thomas R. Lounsbury, the American scholar and educator, put it, we must view with profound respect the infinite capacity of the human mind to resist the inroads of useful knowledge. My taxi driver and men and women like him all over the world have been kidding themselves and holding themselves down and refusing the bounty and abundance of the world for centuries. Knowledge is available to everyone. We can either listen to those qualified...
What's up, guys? We will be live here in a second. We're already live, but I'll be on in a quick second.
Don't know any more than we do.
Just listen to some more good words from the good man right here.
Is that they were built by the men and women who made the largest contribution to the city of Charleston. In just a moment, I'm going to give you the formula for getting rich. But before I do, I want to remind you of something. Before a jet pilot begins his takeoff from an airport, he carefully goes over a checklist, item by item. He does this not only because it's required by law, but because he cannot afford to trust so important a job to his memory alone. He has another checklist that he goes over just as carefully before he begins his letdown at his destination. He does this without fail every time he takes off and every time he lands. Well, I think living successfully is as important as flying an airplane. And because of this, I think each of us needs a checklist too. And that's why there's one included with this cassette. We need a checklist to go over item by item before we take off in the morning and before we drop off to sleep every night. So I want to recommend that you affix the checklist to your bathroom mirror. Stare at it as you brush your teeth in the morning and stare at it again as you prepare for bed at night. Go over each item, and as you do, think of what each item represents. Now here's number one. It's the formula for getting rich. It also explains why you're in your present position, whether you're earning $6,000 a year or $16,000 or $60,000 or $600,000. It applies to every adult, whether he's employed or unemployed. It applies to the richest man and to the poorest, and every person in between. And here it is. Our rewards in life will always be in exact proportion to our contribution, our service. Now that's what the formula means as the first item on your checklist. Memorize it. Our rewards in life will always be in exact proportion to our contribution, our service. Listen to it, think about it until you know it emotionally as well as intellectually. It might give you some slight feeling of superiority to realize that there's probably not another man within a mile of where you live who knows it. You can add it as a question on your survey if you want proof of that. If you want it in another form, here it is as it applies to a man's job. It's the same thing really, the same thing applies, but you can express it differently. The money you're paid by the company you work for will always be in direct ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the degree of difficulty involved in replacing you. Maybe you want to write the formula down in both of its forms and think about it until it's as much a part of you as your name. The reason it isn't spelled out on your checklist is because you might not want everyone to know what you're up to. The checklist is valuable only to a person who knows what the words really indicate. All right, you've got the formula. As you think about it, its meaning will become clearer to you. With the formula, there are two rules which must be applied to properly use it. This formula, together with the two rules, is your recipe or your roadmap to earning all the money you really want. Now let's take a look at item number 2 on your checklist. And I'm serious about your putting this checklist on your mirror. You'll notice it's pressure sensitive. Item number 2, the gold mine. The Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Archibald MacLeish in his play The Secret of Freedom wrote, "The only thing about a man that is a man is his mind. Everything else you can find in a pig or a horse." Strong words, aren't they? But as long as you live, you'll never hear a truer statement. The key to every human being's success lies in his mind, the gold mine between his ears. One idea can make you rich. A lot of good ideas can move you steadily upward in the work you do, and ideas are free. Now just think, there's nothing now being done commercially that will not be done better, much better in the years ahead. Next year's homes and most of what's in them will be better than this year's. Next year's cars will be better. Next year's manufacturing, distributing, marketing, and selling and advertising should be better. Nothing is now being done as well as it must be done in the future, and every innovation, every new improvement will be somebody's brainchild. Now, what's your specialty? How many good ideas have you come up with during the past year? If you continue on as you have in the past, where will you be and what will you be earning, say, a year from now, 5 years from now? Every day of our lives, we walk or drive by more opportunity than we could develop in a lifetime, in 50 lifetimes. Back in the 20s, Sinclair Lewis wrote that you can kidnap a man, blindfold him, take him to any city in the country with a couple of notable exceptions, put him in a chair in the downtown area, take off his blindfold, and he could sit there a week and not be able to tell you what town he's in. The streets are all alike. The buildings are all alike. The businesses all look alike. This is still largely true today. The reason for this being that most businessmen in this country are playing a game called follow the follower. If a man goes into business, no matter what line it happens to be, the first thing he does is make certain that his place of business, outside and inside, looks exactly like every other place of business of that type in the country. Do you know why? It's because he's been playing copycat since he was a year old and does it without thinking about it. For the same reason kids dress alike in school. He wants to be one of the gang. He doesn't necessarily examine all the business establishments in his field and pattern his on the one outstanding example, the one that inspires him, the one that he can really believe in. He just does what everybody else in his business is doing, and by this simple process, he guarantees his own mediocrity. Whose drum are you marching to, if indeed you're marching to anyone's, and why? Remember, whatever you now do for a living will be done differently, quite differently a few years from now. Never in the history of mankind have the opportunities for all of us been so great. But the great majority of people will be the beneficiaries of progress, not those who bring it about. Which group are you going to belong to? If you want to be a contributor, not just a beneficiary, here's the first rule. It appears on your checklist as the gold mine. So, think. Think deliberately and with a purpose. Use the gold mine between your ears. Begin by thinking at a special time every day. Back during the Depression, a New York lumber dealer was growing rich while other lumber dealers were going broke. When asked how he did it, he said, "Every evening when I get home, I close myself up in a quiet room, sit in a comfortable chair, and ask myself, how will my business be conducted 10 years from now? Then I try to do it now." Instead of competing with every other lumber dealer, which is what they were doing, he was creating. He was doing the very thing man was designed to do, the very thing man does best. A company growing at the rate of 10% a year will double its size in less than 8 years. But a man can improve his effectiveness 50% or 100% a year or more. The experts tell us that every one of us has within him deep reservoirs of ability, even genius, that he habitually fails to use. Well, let's begin now to reach into these deep, rich areas of pure net profit and use more of our real abilities. Let's think. Here's the best way I've found to make yourself think. Start getting up a little earlier than you're accustomed to. Right off the bat, this gives you extra time that 95% of the men in this country are not using at all. 1 hour earlier a day gives you 6.5 extra 40-hour weeks a year. But at this time in the morning, take a refreshing shower, dress, get yourself a fresh hot cup of coffee if you're a coffee man, and then sit down to a clean sheet of paper. At the top of the paper, write your financial goal. Now, this is the amount of money per year you intend to earn soon. Incidentally, you might like to keep this to yourself, too. It's nobody's business but yours. Then, start to think. Think about your goal and what it'll mean to you and your family. Then see how many ideas you can come up with to help you reach that goal. Ideas to improve what you now do for a living. Ways of increasing your contribution to match your income goal. You know, jobs don't have futures. People do. No matter what line of work you may be in, there is within it more than enough opportunity to last a lifetime. You don't have to think of brand new ideas or revolutionary new ways of doing things, although you well might come up with some. Think of ways of improving what is now being done. If you are to increase your income by the amount you've specified, you must find ways of increasing your contribution, your service. And the key to this is to be found in your mind, in that gold mine between your ears. Try for 5 ideas every morning and write them down. And save those sheets of paper in a special idea file. Many, perhaps most of your ideas will be worthless, but some of them will be very good. A few will be excellent, and every once in a while you will come up with something really outstanding. You see, 5 ideas a day is 25 a week if you don't think on weekends. Now that's more than 1,000 ideas a year. One idea can get you to that income you're shooting for. The law of averages swings so far in your favor you just can't miss. Try to develop a sense of expectancy. That is, try to hold the feeling that the goal you're shooting for is a sure thing, and that it's only a matter of time before it's realized. You know, Henry Ford didn't start making cars until he was 45. A friend of mine started a new company at 65. He's still going strong, and his new company has sales of better than $300 million a year. It's almost never too late. Try not to think of things outside of your own line of work or whatever it is you're most interested in. To think well and profitably, you must discipline your thinking. Keep it on course, controlled, keep it in one field, specialize. Now for the final item on your checklist. It appears as the word. And the word is attitude. Attitude has been called the most important word in the language. William James put it this way. He said, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind." Now this is something to think about. Can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. It's another way of saying we become what we think about. Look at it this way. Your total environment, if you've been an adult for any appreciable period of time, your total environment is a reflection of you as a person. The house and the neighborhood in which you live, the car you drive, the clothes you wear, the job you do, the people with whom you regularly associate. Your total environment is an exact and merciless mirror of you as a human being. Now, if you feel your environment can stand some improvement, you have only to improve your attitude, and your world will gradually change to reflect the changing person. Here's how to change your attitude. Beginning now, begin to act as would the person you most want to become. Now that is, if you were already in possession of the goal you're shooting for, how would you conduct yourself in all of your affairs? Well, do it now, and tomorrow, and the next day. Begin now to act the part of the person you most want to become, and you'll end by becoming that person. Subtly, in little ways, in the way you dress, in the way you talk, in the unfailing courtesy you show to every person with whom you come in contact, begin to act the part of the person who has already achieved that which you're shooting for. The German philosopher Goethe gave us the secret when he said, before you can do something, you must first be something. When you behave like the person you most want to become, the things that person would have will tend to come to you. It's simply cause and effect. Don't be in too big a hurry. It takes longer to build a skyscraper than a chicken coop. Build slowly, steadily, and well. Then when you make it, you'll keep it. You'll stay on top. Always be suspicious of the so-called get-rich-quick scheme or sudden success. Never forget that word, attitude. It's your attitude toward the people with whom you come in contact that will determine their attitudes toward you. The person with a great attitude toward life and the world is the person other people call lucky. He's not lucky. He's just using our old friend cause and effect. His causes are excellent, and his effects have to be just as good. Well, that's it. 3 things to remember. 3 things to practice every day. If you spent 16 hours a day, 7 days a week practicing your golf swing, in a relatively short time, you'd have a grooved, beautiful swing like the pros. So practice your new attitude every day, every waking hour. Practice thinking a few minutes every morning, and you'll find yourself thinking all day long. And remember the formula. Our rewards in life will always be in exact proportion to our contribution, our service. Go over the ideas in this message every day until they're as much a part of you as your name and your temporary address. You'll notice that each time you listen, you'll hear something new. You'll get a new idea you failed to get before. This is Earl Nightingale, and thank you.
What is up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope you enjoyed that quick little booster. You know, I wanna be able to kind of show y'all what like my exercise that I go through, man, every day. Not just that specific one from Earl Nightingale, but I listen to this kind of stuff every day because if you have to retrain your mind to think about success, to constantly be within the mind frame of success. And if you don't train your mind, then you're not going to change your outcome. So it puts a lot of things in perspective for me. What's up, Shalom? What's going on? Everybody that's in here now, yeah, I mean, we trying to get the money, man. You know what I mean? We're trying to get the money, and that's one of the things that I listen to every day, and I love it because it always makes me think, gets your brain into that mode of thinking what can I do today? How can I be better today? What can I do? So, guys, man, we were just shooting the shit today, but look, I mean, I remember telling a couple of friends of mine, damn, my phone is charging right now, but I remember telling a couple of friends of mine that were getting invested last week. When I went back to Houston, I talked to some people. They wanted to get invested and stuff like that. And I was telling them, I said, man, they were like, oh man, Bitcoin's gonna be $10,000. And I was like, when you think it's gonna hit $10,000? I said, man, Bitcoin's gonna be $11,000 by Sunday. And they were like, nah, man, that shit ain't gonna be 11,000. I'm talking about like 10,000. I said, nah, Bitcoin's gonna be $11,000 by Sunday. And look at it. It's Sunday. 11 o'clock a.m., 11 a.m. for me. And Bitcoin is sitting at $11,750, right? That's insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, wow. I don't know, man. Ethereum's looking good. Bitcoin Cash is looking good. I want to get into some Bitcoin Cash. I just don't know how long Bitcoin Cash is going to last. This, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely, look at Dash, dude. Look at Dash. That's just disgusting. $786 for some Dash. Like, I don't know, man. Litecoin, $103 freaking dollars. What's up, bro, John? That's my moderator right there. What's up, Sean? Bitcoin is wild, man, but look at the other alts. Look at the alts, man. Look at Litecoin, $103. Never thought I would have seen Litecoin at $100. We've been talking about this all year. Litecoin's going to hit $100. That was before Bitcoin did the hard fork because we thought Litecoin had that surge in July. We thought it was going to hit. I thought it was going to go higher when that first hard fork for Bitcoin came through, and it didn't. But it's $100, man. $100. That's insane. It's absolutely insane. So, where's Bitcoin Gold? It's up 11%. I mean, I still don't even know how to get my Bitcoin Gold. I don't even know if I had any. I mean, I had stuff in my wallets, but I didn't know. I don't think Exodus or any other wallet was giving out Bitcoin Gold. So who knows, man? I don't know. But what I do know, fucking Dash, dude. Look at Dash. Oh my God. Oh man. Wow. Monera's not looking bad. Up to $200. NEM's still looking good. NEM and Ripple have just been kind of lazing about. I don't know when the next pump for Ripple is going to happen, man. I would love to get into Ripple if it was like 8 cents. It's just still sitting around 20 something cents, man. I'm like, I don't know if I want to mess with Ripple like that. But everything else is kind of coming up, man. I mean, one thing I wanted to check on, whatever happened to it? Where is it at? What am I looking for? Tether is still, I ain't fucking with Tether. Damn, what is it? I thought Komodo would have came back. Steam is looking pretty decent though. Hey, I cashed out some Steam. Not too long ago, a couple days ago. Cash that shit out. Cash some of it out, not all of it, obviously. Salt. That's what I want to get into. Salt. I'm probably gonna be getting heavy into salt pretty soon. I mean, everything is just looking. Look at it. I've never seen this much green before on the fucking. I mean, what is going on? Look at this sentiment.net. Damn, it's up 43%. See what I'm saying? 43. Look at that. 43%. Look at some of these alts that nobody even really knows about. I mean, the people know about them because they're growing, but the mass majority people don't even know about this shit. Up 12%. Like, you wouldn't even see this shit with a mutual fund. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? You wouldn't see that shit in a mutual fund in a year. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here. I'm seeing some of them in here right now that I'm still surprised that they're actually still here. See, this is kind of the game that I got out of a while back, man. Fucking with all these other coins. Like, there's so many coins, man. So many different projects going on. You know, I'm trying to lock myself down with the top 4. You know, the big 4, and make a you know, grow my wealth through those. You know, whenever you're making some good money, decent money, you can afford to play around with these other ones. You know what I mean, and check them out, test them out, and stuff. So that's kind of what I try to do anyway. Boom. Ether price target for next year is 3 to 4K. I believe it. I honestly, I thought my earlier predictions this year was that I thought Ethereum was going to hit $500 by August when that Bitcoin fork happened. And then I thought it would hit at least $1,000 by the end of January 2018. Hopefully, hopefully we can see $500 steady before the end of the year. Not sure if it's going to happen. Oh yeah, the more and more people that do get introduced is going to be more interested in it for sure. It's definitely going to be more interesting. We're seeing it now. Every time the news, even, you know, the biggest thing that's wrong right now is that, like, you know, these big companies like Goldman Sachs and stuff like that, every time they open their mouth to talk shit about Bitcoin, you know, they want this stuff on the news, but it's having the opposite effect every single time they do it. So it's like, hey, keep talking about me. Keep talking about me. You're just making me bigger. So what they're trying to do is destroy it, and it's having the opposite effect, because the more and more people that know about it, that learn about it, it's like a light switch coming on. You know what I mean? It's like a light switch. They don't want you waking up. They don't want you waking up. They want you to stay in the matrix, man. The matrix that everybody is in is be dependent. Like, what is the mentality that we have as a society? You pay your bills, you work hard, you work all day, and, you know, the premise is that you pay your bills off on time to gain what? What do you gain? You gain good credit. Well, what the hell does credit do? What the hell does credit do for you? Credit allows you to be in debt and more debt, because if you earn more credit and good credit, if you have good credit, you'll be able to afford things that you may need, but you don't have the necessary funds to purchase it right away. You know, see, there would be no need for credit if you already were making the amount of money that you could that you needed to buy those things. So our society is based on credit, which means that they want to keep you poor so that you have to use credit, so that you're always owing somebody. That's how our society is built. And so you'll see people excited, like, oh man, shit, my credit score is blah, blah, blah. And of course we do need a good credit score for certain things like homes, cars, like transportation and housing and stuff like that. But for the most part, credit is not good. It's really not good. It's not necessary. I would say this, it's not necessary. Shalom has the same thing. See, I'm glad we're thinking on the same mindset. Me and Shalom, yeah. See, Ethereum, 1K, that's what I'm thinking, man. I'm really thinking if we can see $500 of Ethereum stable before the end of the year, I'd be really, really happy, because it's not about just hitting those price points. Like when I said Bitcoin was going to hit 11,000 by today, I didn't necessarily mean that it was going to float and stay at 11,000. I just meant that it was going to actually just hit the mark. And it did that before Sunday. So the fact that we're back here on Sunday and it went back to 11, we're at 11.7. That goes to show that Bitcoin is going, it's grown by leaps and bounds. Overstock is taking Bitcoin payments now. What? For real? Gotta see this shit. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Overstock taking Bitcoin payments. What? Say what? Let's see if we can find this. Oh, that's crazy. If they are, that's crazy. I'll start using it if they do it. Newegg is... No, you're lying. Newegg is fucking using Bitcoin? You're a liar. Liar! I get all my shit from Newegg. Usually, I've been falling off of Newegg lately because I'm usually using Amazon. Are you serious? I call you liar. Oh, I'm telling you, like, to me, I said, like, the basis for Ethereum growing is going to be it being stable at about $500. I mean, and staying above $500. Like, that is when we're going to really see Ethereum start to take off. Remember, Ethereum is not a currency, man. Ethereum is not a currency. It is a what do you call it? An environment. It's an ecosystem. Where can I find out if Newegg is indeed accepting Bitcoin? Like, this is... I have to find out what is this? Immediate... Oh, appreciate it. Appreciate Ultra High Limit. What's going on? Oh, I mean, I want Bitcoin to drop below that. I need Bitcoin to go back down to like $3,000. That's what I need. I need to just go down real quick for a couple of days, about a day, so I can just have a field day. Let's say Drew Warren. I'm really trying to figure out. I know they got like some kind of payment options or some shit. Trading your items. I don't see anything about privacy, security. I don't see anything like that. Let's see. Payment methods. Let's go to payment methods, baby. Accepted. Oh, it's there. It's right there. I just missed it. Damn it. You are big. Oh, this is big. Dude, all we need now, Amazon's going to follow suit now. Amazon will follow suit. Guarantee you. Swear to God, Amazon will follow suit. I never said, hey, I want Bitcoin to go down to 3K. I want I want something like that to happen like ASAP, man. You know what I mean? Like ASAP. So it is confirmed. Looks like it's confirmed. It says Newegg Bitcoin. How do you get Bitcoin? Blah blah blah. What is Bitcoin mining? How do you get mining ring? What is Bitcoin wallet? Oh, okay. So the good thing is that if you do want to return something and you do use Bitcoin, it says right there that they will give you, you cannot get it back in Bitcoin. You return back in Bitcoin or any hard currency. They'll give you a Newegg gift card, which is pretty cool. Wow. I mean, like, this shit is crazy. Oh my, like, you have no idea how crazy this is. Oh my God, Newegg has just become my favorite. Oh my God, I wonder if they give you a discount like they do when you buy gold and silver. That'd be amazing. Cause they know the value's going up. Wow, that is insane. That is insane. Wow. It's getting freaking unbelievably real right now, Sean. This is insane. This is crazy. Like, what the like, this doesn't even make sense. Oh, some payment methods are not eligible for certain types of purchases. Please review full list of payment restrictions. Okay, so Bitcoin does not, Newegg does not accept Bitcoin for the following types of purchases: will call orders, Newegg gift cards, marketplace items, subscription orders, pre-orders, premier memberships, return shipping labels, back orders. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be a few restrictions, but so I guess if they're doing it, man, like, damn, that's crazy, dude. That is insane. I'm trying to figure out how, let's see. Let's go to Help Center for Overstock and see if we can find the same thing. Payment options. Oh, Bitcoin. Right there. You're right. Holy sh. This is insane. Oh, my God. Oh, this is insane. Oh, yes. I want to talk to an agent right now. Immediately. Yes, of course I want to talk to an agent. I just want to ask them. That's all I want. I just want to ask them a quick question. That's it. That's all I want to ask. That's all I just want to ask them a quick question live. When and why did you guys start accepting Bitcoin as a payment method? Boom. I want to know. I'm going to hear it from the horse's mouth. Why? That's all I want to know is why. This is going to be good. Expedia gave me. Oh yeah, Expedia does it too. Yeah. Yeah, because when me and Raj got together and we were trying to figure out how the hell we were going to get to Dallas, I was on Expedia and they give you an option to pay for your flight and everything with Bitcoin. I thought that was insane. That's the only thing I knew about was Expedia though. I didn't know anything else was like that. What the hell? That's crazy. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Can you guys see the chat, the little chat box? She says she's going to help me. She'll check and help me with the information. Thank you. I mean, this is amazing. This is freaking crazy, dude. This doesn't even make any sense. Hey, how many of you guys went to that the BitConnect? What was it? The little yacht party. It's funny because I saw people posting about the yacht party, but I didn't see anybody actually posting about the block expo, the blockchain expo. It's crazy. Who's Craig? Craig, you talking about Craig Grant, the guru? If that's the case, man, like I said, I'm gonna yeah, because what was I looking up? I was on Expedia last week because I was trying to find out. Oh, they said they're using Bitcoin for a very long time. Wow, nice. Are there restrictions on Bitcoin purchases besides gift cards? They said they've been accepting it for a very long time, sir. Wow. Oh, Jason does? Okay, I'll check him out. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't realize Craig was yeah, I didn't realize he was using Expedia. It makes sense though. It makes a lot of sense. That's crazy, dude. I'm telling you, man. Once Amazon starts accepting Bitcoin, all hell will break loose. All hell will break loose. Because Newegg and Overstock are going to have a significant advantage for people's for options that people want to pay for. Like Overstock is already big; it's been big. And the fact that they're still alive and they haven't been killed off by Amazon yet is amazing. And then Newegg, I mean, for anything electronic and tech, shit, I'm using them again immediately. I was using Amazon because I have a whole bunch of Amazon gift cards and stuff, but F that. I'm going to see what I can and can't buy. The pay with Bitcoin option is only available for orders placed in our U.S. shopping site. The Bitcoin payment option is not yet available on the mobile or international website versions. So there you go. That's a little bit of clarification on Overstock. So if you're in the U.S. market, you can use it. You cannot use it on the mobile, and the international website versions are not available to purchase with Bitcoin as well right now. I guess they'll be doing that pretty soon. Wow, that blows my mind. I would have never known that until you guys see. And that's why I like to shoot the shit, because y'all be giving me some knowledge that I don't even be knowing about. That is insane. My mind is still blown right now. Wow. That's crazy. So, yeah, you're right. I'm keeping the Newegg tab open because I will be using that shit soon. I tried to use the Payza card. Payza is a little difficult. I don't know. I don't know, man. I wish... Has anybody signed up for the BCC card or registered for it yet, for the BitConnect card? I was going to. I signed up for the Regal coin card, but still haven't heard anything back yet after I did it like weeks ago. What in the absolute hell? I cannot believe it. Can't believe it. So let's see what we got here. What we got? Let's go back to lending. We're gonna be messing with some extra coin, and let's see. Let's hit reinvest. I like to reinvest all, if not all. Let's hit reinvest all. USD. Boom. Confirm. Boom. So, I think that went through. Extra coin I'm going to be playing around with, man. Like I said, like right now. Whoa, did it not do it? Oh, wait a minute. Am I tripping? How come it didn't, oh, total earn. Okay, wait. So active investment is back up a little bit. Wallet. No, not wallet. I don't want the wallet. It's not bad. What do I have left over? How do you see what you have left over? I'm not, I feel like Hextra is definitely now, a pretty well-made site, so. Let's see. Oh yeah, man. Overstock is I'm gonna order some stuff off of Overstock for the house. Man, if I can use Bitcoin right away and I have to worry about sending it to the bank account, doing all this extra crazy stuff, I will do it. I registered, but they only fill out forms for card on December 15th. Oh, okay, so you can register now, but you can't get the card. GRX lending starts on the 11th. GRX internal exchange opens on the 28th. Where can I get GRX right now? Let me go check out. Where can you get GRX right now? Is it trading right now, or is it? Ooh, it's at 424. That's lower than yesterday. Oh, coin exchange. Fuck. Fucking coin exchange. Damn it. Coin exchange. I guess I can buy some, but I need a wallet. I need a wallet. I need the wallet. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mess with it when I get done. Coin exchange Ether Delta. I'm not on Ether Delta. I need to get on Ether Delta. I'll go on Coin Exchange because I think I just have to put in my login information, I guess, and because the wallet right now is inside the platform, I guess, right? So if I buy coins from Coin Exchange, I can send it right over to the wallet. Or would you suggest just keeping it on a Coin Exchange once I buy? Damn, man, I should have got into this shit a lot earlier. ERC20 token or ERC20 wallet. What's a good wallet? Because I'm not using that fucking my Ether wallet. I think Sean was telling me that she just got jacked on my Ether wallet. I ain't messing with my Ether wallet. So I'm just I want to know what a good ERC20 is. Whatever happened to that Prism, the Prism thing that what was the company that were making it? Damn, was it Shapeshift? They were making Prism or something like that. Whatever happened to that? Send it to Mew. What's up, Bitcoin Millions? Bit Millions. I'm just trying to figure out what the best way to. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to hold it because I don't trust my Ether wallet. I don't trust it, and I barely trust the exchanges. I barely trust the exchanges. So I'm just like, there's no separate wallet for GRX right now. Sean, how did you get swiped? Sean said she had got swiped. I'm just afraid of using that shit in MetaMask. It really is like I don't know. What happened to Prism? Do y'all remember what happened to that shit? Prism. Wasn't Shapeshift making Prism? Did it even come out yet? No separate wallet for GRX right now. See, that kills me, man. Damn it. That kind of kills me because, you know what I mean? Like, so you can't, so if you're on the platform, you can't, there's no wallet that you can send it to on the platform. That sucks. That really sucks. I mean, I guess it's like you're not safe. I need to get another hardware wallet today too. Damn, that is insane. Dude, Bitcoin is fucking amazing right now. What are you guys, what are most of you guys, are you guys getting into, let's see, crypto exchanger, Engine Coin is looking like it's pretty deep. They had an update from yesterday as well on Engine Coin. It looks like they opened up the deposit, but they have a big warning in red telling you to submit your payment correctly so you don't have your shit lost, which is good. Damn, that's nasty. That's crazy. Wow. See what I'm saying? You just gotta, I mean, you gotta be really, really careful. I guess you just gotta be really careful. You gotta be extremely careful. Everybody is out to, it's sad, man, because we're out here trying to make money and these people are out here just trying to scam folks. Also today I wanted to bring up the fact that Regal Coin is having a hard fork today. Not even sure anybody cares anymore. Damn. Wallet has $165 million in stolen funds. That's insane. Crypto exchanger will not have lending anymore. I got to check it out. Yo, Yellow Ducky. Yeah, he says it's an inside job. I think it might be. It might be one of those inside jobs. We saw it happen with Regal Coin. People get greedy. People get greedy. Hey, Ducky, how is that ETH Connect coming along? How's that ETH Connect coming along for you? I saw you did some loans, and I was wondering if you still believed in it, because I mean they had a hard time. They had a hard time after all that crap that went on. So I didn't know if everybody just kind of passed them up and moved on or what. But Regal Coin is supposed to be having their hard fork today. It's going to be live streamed. I don't know exactly the times, but they have basically all the big players and I guess that promote it. They're going to be live streaming it on their channel sometime today. If I can catch wind of it or catch a live stream or something, I'll probably put it up for you guys. But I was trying to use the site earlier, and it was going really, really slow and just acting really wonky. I tried to convert again, and it gave me the same issue. I went over to Facebook, and they did say that because of the fork, things will be moving slowly and possibly not working until I guess it's over or whatever. So that's what it looks like. But I went over, and their support does have something up. Damn, SFI, you got 800 coins. Holy shit! I don't even know what the reason. I don't even know what the reason for the hard fork is with Regal. That's what I don't understand. I'm like, what is the point? Why are they hard forking? I mean, they ain't even came out with an internal exchange yet. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is. I don't know. I have no idea. They don't give out much information, but they did put this out on the 2nd. It was modified on the 2nd anyway. It says if I keep rec coins without lending, will I get hard fork? Yes. You will also get Regal Coin Cash with a 2-to-1 ratio. Does Regal Coin Cash have its own wallet? Yes. It has its own wallet address like rec. Can Regal Coin Cash lend? No. Regal Coin Cash cannot be used for lending. So, wow, that's interesting. The first member to lending in October also get Regal Coin Cash? Yes. Where should I store rec coin on December 7th? You must save your rec in the regalcoin.co website. Can we convert bonus on 7 December? During the process, recap, convert, data function, lending, deposit, withdrawal is disabled until the recap process is complete. Okay, so that answers my question right there. Why I was not able to convert. So I guess you can't convert until after the 7th. So, it looks like we might be going through this entire month again with limited functions because of this hard fork. So, like I said, man, it's just issue after issue after issue, and that's what it's looking like, So, unfortunately, I tell you, man, people were talking shit about Escroco, and I'm like, you have no idea. This Escroco is about to be fucking bananas. It's about to be huge, absolutely huge. I haven't even checked what Escroco is. What is it selling at right now? I don't even know what it's selling at right now. Escroco. No, it's not on Coin Market Cap yet. Ah, man. I have no idea. I guess I gotta go to Livecoin to see what guess you gotta go to Livecoin to see what's going on. Possibly. Where? Wait. Let's see what they're talking about on Twitter. You can track the token price on Coin Index. Boom. And decide whether you want to buy and sell. Place your order on livecoin.net. And I like their support, man. Their support has been pretty damn live. I'm loving their support. Their support is very, very quick. And they're active on Twitter as well. Yeah, Warcoin Index. Thank you. Gnome G. Rex still has my balance at negative 14,000 tokens. Holy shit. That's insane, dude. That's insane. They never gave me back my 220 or whatever it was. They never gave it back to me at all. Look at that. It's trading at $4. Trading at $4. That's insane. Dang. I probably cashed out too early. I probably cashed out too early, man. I'm serious. I probably cashed out too early. I probably cashed out way too early because I cashed out. What is that? I cashed out. I still made a good profit though. And I was happy. Like I was happy. I was like, I'm not gonna chance it. I'm not gonna take my chances and have this thing gets tanked. But I cashed out 10,500 tokens. Damn, dude. Oh my God. Now I'm feeling a little sick right now. Holy shit. Wow. I could have quadrupled my money. That's insane if I would have held on to it. Yeah, so I cashed. See, now, well, the reason why I'm feeling sick right now is because this number is a lot bigger than the number that I cashed out at. But like I said, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I was happy with the return when I cashed out the first time. I cashed out 10,500 tokens, and I was happy. I was happy with it, with the return that I got. This return makes me a little sick because, damn, it's so much more than I would have had than I had. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I might. It's going to be hard to see. But what I will say is that I definitely want to use the service once they get the services up and running and stuff like that. It's going to be fucking amazing. Sroco is basically going to be doing what Chain Group does, but better. It's going to be better. And that's all you can ask for, man. But, that one hurts a little bit, just seeing how much extra money was left on the table, because it's really tough to it's tough to see. It's tough to gauge what's going to happen with the token within the first few days. You don't really know. I mean, everything's usually pretty crazy the first couple of days because, it's just skyrocketing, it's plummeting, people are pumping and dumping. You don't know what you're going to be left with, you know what I mean? So you just gotta like take a chance and say, choose a spot where you're good with cashing out and just own it and just be done with it. Oh yeah, I got profit. I did say hold on a little bit, but like I said, I've had issues before, and I've had situations before where I did not listen to my instinct. And I said, let me hold on, got a little bit greedy and said, let me hold on just a little bit longer to see if I can get just a little bit more. And I ended up paying for it, and I didn't get anywhere near what I could have got if I would have just followed my instinct. So, in this game, that's how it is. You make a decision, you either stand by it or you don't. Sometimes you're gonna burn yourself. And in this situation with Sroco, I said, you know what? I don't want to burn myself again. I don't want to get too greedy and wait for the right opportunity and then just be stuck. You know what I mean? So I'm happy. I'm happy for everybody that's made money off of it. I'm happy that if everybody who followed me, everybody that did follow me, because I have a whole list of you guys that did follow me with Escrowco, and you did put in money. I mean, Merry fucking Christmas. Merry Christmas. If you got anywhere near what I got, Merry Christmas. Staking for GRX on a platform begins January 1st at 10% per month or so. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Until 50? What do you mean? Hold your GRX until 50. What do you mean? Oh, man. Escrowco. Gosh. Woo! Man. Dude, you have no freaking clue. Wow, I might buy some more Escrowco, man. I might buy some more at this price point. It's up to 127%, but the high is at 425. So, and the lowest it's been is $1. So I don't know, man. I might wait until it goes back down to about $1 and some change before I buy some more. Because if it's got that, if it's got potential to reach back up to $4 again, then you'll be good. But 3 million coins, man. It's got potential to be a lot higher than fucking $4. But we'll see. I think the real magic with Escrowco is going to happen once the platform is actually up and running. That's going to be the real goodies right there. That's what it's really going to matter. Wow. Everybody is, yeah. I like when people make money, man. Oh, 50 USD. Okay. Hold until 50 USD. I think those are gonna probably be too. Damn, I'm just so scared about using fucking my Ether wallet, man. That sucks. Gotta make a decision though, I guess. I mean, what are you gonna do? Wow. BitConnect's looking good. Dude, BitConnect is rocking, man. 334, it's gone up. It should, honestly, the price should be around fucking $390 right now. That's what it should be. We should be looking at $400 BitConnect tokens today. That's what we should be looking at. Man. I miss Devore too, man. Like, I said Devore was shit. I know y'all remember that video. I said Devore was shit. Now I'm kind of regretting my words. It's probably that it probably wasn't shit, but I don't know. We'll see. I do have another. There's another ICO coming out pretty soon. I'm going to be making a video for it today. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything about it yet, but I'm going to give you guys ample amount of time to do your own research as well. It's not going to be coming out for quite a little bit, just a little bit. I don't like to hit y'all guys with the fucking, oh, it's about to drop in like 8 hours or a day. No, I don't like doing all that. So give y'all ample time to look it up and see what you're doing. See if it's something you want to get into. But yeah, it's going to be, it's looking pretty promising. So I will give y'all more news on that later on. Other than that, fucking Regal coin, dude. So Regal Coin Cash, they have their own separate website for it. Yep, recap. Damn, that sucks. Yes, I'm not spending no cash. Well, I can't do anything any damn way. I can't even get my balance out of it. I should have did it yesterday when I had time. I was gonna cash out another another $4,000, but I was like, nah, let me hold it in here so I can get some Regal Coin Cash. Fucking, what was I thinking? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I still don't like Devore at all. Nice, man. Nice. Fucking Shalom is fucking killing it right now. Another $100,000 loan, man. If somebody can just give me like 50, I'd be fucking ecstatic. I'd put that shit in a loan so quick. Devore, I still don't like Devore, but I mean, it's hard to argue the success that they're having right now. Yeah, they have unlimited bonuses on the referral program, but you know what? As we see with other companies, though, Shalom, even BitConnect, that shit is eventually gonna stop. It's not sustainable. It ain't sustainable. At a certain point, it's not gonna be sustainable anymore, and they're gonna have to change it. You know, they're gonna have to change it. So there's no way it's gonna stay like that. There's no way it's gonna stay like that for long. But like I said, I can't argue with the platform. It's doing fucking great things right now. I can't argue with that. they're having some pretty good success right now. It is what it is. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? you just gotta take it. You gotta take it. You gotta take it. But I don't know. I might play around with it. Personally, I'm about to get heavy into this Decado. I'm liking Decado. It's going slow. But I'm just gonna hold the tokens. Boom, success. And as you saw that right there. Saw it right there. I think Decado is going to be one of them sneakers, man. It's going to sneak through before anybody even sees it. It's going to sneak through. What I do want them to do is I want them to change the freaking Decado exchange back. Before it was different. It was different before. Before it was different. You could actually see the buy and sell orders. And then they updated the site. And when they updated it, now when you hit exchange, you get this box that pops up. And you don't see any more of the buy and sell orders. And so I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. Because, like, why they did that. Whatever they did, though, it is the volatility of, like, because when it first came out, man, that shit was, like, it was so volatile. You saw buy and sell orders like crazy, dude. It was getting insane. It was, like, all the way up to, like, $23. And then once they did the update and they took that shit down, like the coin has been more stable. But I think it's looking decent, man. I mean, it's we'll have to see. It's one of these things that these platforms, it takes time. You know what I mean? Right now it's working the way it's supposed to work, but it takes time. There's still some questions that I'd like to ask about them that haven't been answered yet, but in due time. So, but right now I'm liking it. It's a nice little hybrid, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I bought in with Ethereum, tested out, and so far so good. You know, can't complain. It's looking pretty decent. But what does he say? Yeah, the promoters do leave. The promoters do leave when they end up having stuff like that change. As all the promoters leave, I'm in it for the promoters. I'm in it for the profit. Crypto Tony, if I do not think the platform is going to last 1 to 2 years, I do not bother. What do you think about LinkConnect? Anyone else jump in? No, I didn't mess with LinkConnect. I didn't mess with LinkConnect. I just wasn't. Nah, I didn't do that one. I don't know, man. I'm so weird with these ICOs. Like some of them, it's hard to gauge how long any of these things are going to be around, man. Because how do you gauge that? You know what I mean? It's like it's just especially when it's just an ICO form. How do you gauge it? To me, you can only really gauge a platform based on what it does and not what it says. Because, you know, like I said, Devorecoin might be great. And it's still early right now, too. So, I don't know. Maybe it might be smart to get in. But, again, you have to have a plan. Like Shalom said, if Devore is only going to last 1 to 2 years, it's still okay to get in. if you feel like that, if that's not your thing, if you're like him and you're saying, hey, no, it's not my thing, I'll pass, then yeah, you pass. But remember, you can always get into a platform and have a game plan. So if you have a game plan that says, hey, look, I'm planning on this thing being around for fucking 365 days. How much can I get out of this in 365 days? And then you make your decision. But you can still do that. You have to just come up with a plan, man. You got to come up with a plan for everything. Anything is possible. You can make money with all these platforms. Like, I got in super late with Hextra. I covered it when it first came out, like one video, and I was just like, nah, it's not for me. And that shows, because I have no referrals. At least I don't think I do. Because when I made that video, I didn't even put my referral link down. Let's go to team. Like, I didn't even put my referral link down. It's crazy. I was just like, it's not for me, because Regal Coin was out. We were pumping Regal Coin, and Regal Coin was looking good. See, look at that. Oh, wait. Okay, I apologize. I do have one referral. But I'm surprised because it happened on the 1st. Okay, I'm surprised. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it just wasn't for me. So I didn't do anything about it. I didn't put any links or anything out. So when I see that it's successful now, I still feel like it's early enough for me to get in, but I have no idea how long it's going to be running. I'm going to assume that I'll probably be running for about like 2 years maybe. But you just got to have a plan. Western Hextra, GRX Devore. I agree. Hydro Coin was doing well until they stopped paying promoters in Bitcoin for referrals, and it died. See? And there you go. Hydro Coin was another one everybody was pumping up. Yeah, I looked at Hydro Coin and I was like, nah. Yeah, it's just something about it, man. There's another platform that I'm gonna tell y'all about that looks exactly like another one that we were already talking about today, and I'm a little unsure about it. I haven't said anything about it, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't even know if I wanted to promote it, and that's why I haven't said anything about it. But there's another one, that I was ready to make a video on it and start telling you guys about, but then I was like, you know what? I don't know. I'm very, very picky. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. As you can see, Hextra, I mean, I missed it. I missed the initial wave. I missed the initial wave, but and I missed it probably with Devore too, the initial wave, to get some cheap tokens. But it is the name of the game. Chain group still looking decent, still looking good. Got some money in there right now, and I need to withdraw that. But yeah, I mean, the game is crazy, man. Just have a plan for everything that you do. So did Falcon Coins, but I got some of that. Yeah, and Falcon Coin was the same way. I promoted Falcon Coin negatively. Not necessarily negatively. Well, I just gave my honest opinion about it, and I said, dude, this looks like a money trap. And because like when it first came out, I had no 2FA, none of that shit. I'm just like, are you kidding me? You expect people to put their money into this? It ain't even got no 2FA. Somebody's gonna come over here with like a keylogger or something like that and just like wreak havoc on everybody's accounts and take the money. I said it was insane to get involved with something like that. And that's the review that I put out. You can go find it. And yet I still had tons of people go over there and sign up with the link, and I try to be fair. And I said, I'm in it, but I don't think I'm gonna put anything into it. So put in at your own risk. And I didn't put anything into it, and I still got paid. The only good thing that I think they did, they let you get paid in Bitcoin at first for your referrals and all that stuff. But I was shocked seeing how many people got into that, and I was just like, are you kidding me? Why are they doing this? Stop. In my head, I'm saying, stop. Don't do it. Yes, I agree. You also can withdraw. GRX is my last ICO. Way too much risk. And I exactly. And I tell everybody that shit all the time. You think that these lending platforms are the risk and stuff like that? Hell no. These lending platforms aren't the risk. The risk are these ICOs, man. These ICOs, they're getting so good now that it's hard to tell which ones are the phonies and which ones are trying to be legit. And It's dangerous. ICOs to me is the most riskiest game ever. I had somebody say that they had $5,000 they wanted to invest, and they wanted to invest in some ICOs. I said, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, we're really gonna do it. No, they wanted to put like $10,000 into the USI Tech ICO tokens, and I said, are you insane? I said, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I said, don't do it. And I love USI Tech, but I said, don't put $10,000. You're on my team. Don't put $10,000 into ICO tokens. Look at the amount of tokens that they have, and realistically look at other comparables like Electroneum. You are not going to, it's not going to boom. You're better off putting your money in BTC packages. That's what I told them. I said, you're better off putting your money into BTC packages right now, because the ICO ain't even coming out till like next summer. So when it hits the exchanges, I was like, so what are you're gonna put $10,000 away now and lock it up for that long, and then hope that you get your money back plus some, or hope that it moons? You 10x your money, 20x your money. Like, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself unless you just have that kind of cash, like Craig Grant cash, Shalom cash, where you can just say, you know what, let me put $20,000 into it and let me just sit on it. I'll just see what happens in 6 months. Hell no, I'm not doing that. No, sir. I'd rather put it into BTC packages and get paid now. And then in 6 months, as the ICO winds down, then I can make a decision if I want to jump and buy any tokens. But nah, man. I'm telling you, man, ICOs are the highest risk in this game. And as you've seen, it could pay dividends. It could pay dividends. Like I just showed you. with Escroco. If I would have waited to today and sold my coins today, I would have made significantly more than what I made when I cashed out days ago. So if I would have sold today, I would have made $43,000. So what I'm saying to you is that ICOs are a risk. If you want to play that game, then play that game. Electroneum, I'm still pissed off because I still don't have my ICO tokens, and I'm tired of seeing people talk about, oh my god, like 6 months, Electroneum's gonna be like fucking mooning and blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, but you won't even have your fucking tokens, so why does it matter? Only people playing the game right now with Electroneum are people that are mining and people that are buying the tokens or trading it on the exchanges. But everybody that bought into the ICO, I don't have my tokens yet. I got 330,000 of those motherfuckers. And I guarantee you the day that I get it, I don't give a shit what the price of Electroneum is. I'm selling all that shit. I'm selling all of it. That's how much I don't like it anymore. I'm going to sell all of it and put it in BitConnect or USI Tech, one of them. Exactly. For me, it has. It all started with BitConnect for me. Somebody asked me in the comments, they said, what was the first loan I made? I made a $1,040 loan. And that was the first loan that I had. I scraped that money up and put that in there. My wife was mad as fuck. But I told her, I said, this is the start. This is the start of the journey. She didn't care. And it wasn't until not long ago when she started seeing the money coming in that she was on board. It took her a little while to warm up, but it all started with BitConnect for me. I'm in Electroneum too. What I'm upset about is I don't have my tokens. I don't want an excuse of, oh, the HackerNet one and all this bullshit about hackers are trying to get into your accounts and we're trying to stave off the attackers. No, what you're trying to do is prevent mass dumping of your tokens, because a shitload of people bought a shitload of tokens, and you don't want that type of shit on your plate. That's what's going on right now. Regal Coin did it. Electroneum is doing it right now. And I'm pissed because I don't have my tokens. That's it. They can give me my tokens and they can still worry about their HackerOne bullshit. And I can decide if I want to sell my tokens now or later. Or I could sell some now and some later. But let me be in control of what I do with my ICO tokens. Don't put it behind a locked wall saying that you're trying to protect me from the bad people out there. No, I don't want to hear that, man. That is complete, utter bullshit when it comes to Electroneum. They have no excuse not to give people who bought into the ICO their ICO tokens. Period. So I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to hear that excuse, because that's to me that's just straight up BS. Yeah, I mean the mining isn't all that. That's the point though. It's very, very limited. So because the most of the bread is held in ICO tokens. They know that. That's why they're not releasing them. They're trying to get it stable. They're trying to get the platform stable before they start releasing tokens. And I guarantee you that when they start releasing ICO tokens to people who bought into the ICO, I guarantee you it's not going to be an open floodgates for everybody. They're probably going to start from the bottom up. They're probably going to start with the people who have the least amount of tokens and move all the way up to the people who bought a shitload of tokens. That's how it's going to work. And they're going to wait, and they're going to do it in waves, and they're going to wait to see what kind of effect it has on the market, and they're going to slowly release people's accounts, just like that, just like Regal Coin did, to help manipulate the price. That's what they're going to do. I use USI Tech, BitConnect, Hextra, Chain Group, and Foundation programs, and most stable. These profits go into the ICOs or reinvest. That's what I do too. Most of these ICOs that I'm getting into is coming directly from these platforms that I'm lending in. You know, it's a big train. I tried mining Electroneum for weeks and half and got no real shares of it at all. I suppose get 8,000 shares, but those shares didn't really exist. The risk should be on the customer. Exactly, not on the damn. I'm so mad with Electroneum, man. And I just want my money back. Right now, I can care less about the money because I've already made that money, how many times, I don't even know how many times. But at the time, that was a big sacrifice. And I told you guys that's why I don't like messing with these damn ICOs, is because it's such a big risk and you can get burned. And I consider Electroneum right now a burn, just like I consider Regal a burn. Until they open my shit up and give me full access to my account, it doesn't exist to me. I can care less how the price can go all the way up to $100 for Regal Coin. You know, if I don't have access to my account, what good does it do me? I'm not happy at all. If I can't cash out, if I can't participate in being one of those ones that can cash out and enjoy the success, the price of it doesn't matter to me. Oh yeah. I mean, they're borderline right now on being irrelevant. And to me, if they don't come out with an exchange and now they're doing a hard fork, it's just too much. It's like a bad soap opera. They kill shit and they bring it back. Like, it's just a bad soap opera. I don't know when the Eternal Exchange is opening up, man, for Falcon Coin. That's another one that's been stuck. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I've been kind of waiting on Falcon Coin as well because, you know, at the price point, I think that's a pretty damn good price point. So I kind of want to get in, and see what happens, play around with it, see what happens. But who knows, man? Who knows? Who freaking knows? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's see. What do we got? I wish I could have did this on Facebook too. I'm gonna have to do another. Facebook live stream later. Yeah, so I guess they're still not doing the Regal Coin. So they're still not doing the Regal Coin live stream yet. I'll tell you, if I get wind of that, man, that's what we're gonna be watching a little bit later. So I'm gonna set that up. But as of right now, man, yeah, we're gonna grind, man. We're gonna grind. No, G said if you get ERC20 lending platforms tokens, you should get your tokens right away. And Ether Delta will usually be the first exchange because of the Ether contract, so way less risk with ERC20. True. True. Very, very true. I don't know. I don't know. The GRX, I might get a little bit today. And I think I've already made my money on Escroco as far as buying the tokens. I don't like to trade. I don't like to trade the risk of trading and stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to buy any more Escroco tokens. It's possible, but I just want to use the platform. But yeah, I think today we're gonna. I'm still cashing out, guys. I'm still cashing out because, like I said, I think we met up with the I met up with the flooring people yesterday. We finally picked the floor. The wife finally picked the floors for the house. Yesterday we went to the floor place, and it's so funny. The guy was like, you're gonna have to put down a deposit, so we can, get the job started and all that. I said, okay. He's like, when are you gonna do it? I was like, today. He's like, okay. He's like, okay. Usually people don't do it like that. They're kind of put off by the price. And I was like, nah, fuck a price. I don't give a shit about a price. I just want my floors done. We're talking to cabinet people because, like I said, with this house, we went with the standard build of everything, like the standard grade of everything, like standard cabinets, all that stuff, because we already knew what stuff we wanted to put in there from doing our own shopping. So no need to pay to have the builder pay that crazy amount that the builder charges you for these to put stuff in your house. So we met with cabinet people. We met with the flooring people yesterday. We met with the countertop people because we have a fucking massive island, and I think that thing is going to cost more to put the quartz, I think it's quartz that she wants on there, on that thing than it is for the rest of the countertops in our big ass kitchen. So met with them yesterday, and we have everything scheduled. I'm getting Google gigabit internet. I called AT&T, and they're coming out to install the Google Fiber gigabit internet at the new place, and it's all scheduled the week after we close. So I'm very happy. Which I'm closing on the 18th, and it's kind of weird because, like I said, it's really close to Christmas. So we have about a week to get a lot of stuff done before Christmas break because, nobody works on Christmas. And then that week after, I think Christmas this year is on a Monday. And so, you got Tuesday through Friday before the new year and stuff like that. So a lot of people are taking breaks, taking holidays and stuff like that. So not going to be a lot of people working during that time. So we're trying to get as much done as possible before people go on that, basically that week and a half break between Christmas and the New Year. So a lot of stuff going on, paying all cash, paying all cash. And so that's why I'm spending the rest of the month probably just withdrawing, cashing out. But I'm glad. No, I'm glad. It's because I listen to people like Shalom. I listen to a lot of people that have a lot of sense, and I started formulating like that. Like I said, I listened to Napoleon Hill, I listened to Earl Nightingale, and I listen to these things, and I always try to condition my mind to be successful in what I'm doing. You have to have goals, and if you don't have a goal, you just say, I just want to make money. Like, that's not a good enough goal, because you can't measure your success if you just say, I just want to make money every day. Okay, how much money a day do you want to make? Okay, well, say you want to make $100 a day. What are you involved in? that will make you $100 a day. How much do you have in each platform? What are you averaging each day with the deposits that you already have in there? And okay, and then you break down what you want to make a day, and then you break down how much you would probably need in these platforms to average that $100 a day. Like, there's a lot of steps in it. You have to have goals. You have to have a game plan. You can't just say, I just want to make money. You have to have a game plan. Like, it's insane. You can't be successful if you don't have a path, and you don't have a method to measure your progress on that path. Then you're gonna be forever standing in one spot, looking at the finish line, saying that's where I want to be, but you don't have any way of measuring how far you've gotten. So you got to make plans. You got to have a game plan to be successful, and listen to, like I said, love Shalom, man. Like I seriously take this very, very seriously. And I had somebody ask me yesterday, like, why haven't you quit your job yet? Well, I don't want to quit my job just yet. And the reason being is because my job that I do right now, it's not just a job, it's a career. I've been doing this for a while now, almost 10 years, and I love what I do. So I also don't want to be bored every day not going to work. So I have to figure out when it just conveniently makes sense for me to not work anymore. I was telling Shalom that as well. But plus I'm making pretty damn decent money working. Between me and my wife, we're bringing in, a decent amount of money. So there's no real reason for me to quit right now. But at some point it will make sense for me to quit. But, if I quit, I want to be successfully making like close to $1,000 a day. Like, you know what I mean? I want to have no worries. And $100 is nice a day, but can I break that $500 a day? That close to $1,000 a day? That's what I want to do. Then quitting, it makes a lot more sense. You know what I mean? Like, maybe. You know what I mean? It just depends on what you want. You know what I'm saying? What you want in life. And like I said, I have a house. I have things I want to put in that house. I have toys I like to buy. I have things that, we want to do, trips I want to take, and it's all going to take money. So just going to spend the time right now stacking it up before we just start buying a whole bunch of shit. So that's what I'm doing right now. Upgrade 50% annual staking, I believe. Oh, wow. Bankera, they pay weekly in ETH from your holdings. Bankera? They're moving away from miners. I need to get my ETH back. You sold your Bitcoin for Ether? Wow. That's a gutsy move. That is a gutsy move. Ethereum has been, it's been looking fucking nice. Oh, it's at 479. Damn. It looks good. It does look good. Holy crap. Yeah, what is the margin on if Ethereum can gain more in percentage and change it 24 hours than Bitcoin? That's what I'm kind of on the fence about. Oh, you will be there. No, you will be there in a couple months. Like I said, I didn't even see this. Shalom was telling me months ago. He was like, you will be earning some money. Craig Grant told me that shit too. He kept telling me that. He said, the only difference between you and me is time right now. It's time. He said, you will be earning. Don't worry about it. And, when people tell you that, you're just kind of like, yeah, okay, you're telling me that, but logically, I don't really see it happening. Like, I don't see it happening. Like, what is it going to take for me to get to the next level? And, it's happened so quick that now I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, man, when did it change? I can't even see where the change happened. It just happened. You know what I mean? It just happened. absolutely insane. 100K in this amount of time for me, to me, that's mind blowing for me. You know, I mean, shit, Shalom just did 100K loan. I can't even imagine what it's going to feel like to be in that position to where I can just say, here's $100,000 on a loan. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's to me, that's crazy. But I believe it. I believe it can happen. I believe it will happen. I don't know when, but I'm going to keep striving and pushing to keep trying to stretch my goals until it does happen. That's what I'm going to do. Populous, man. People still on Populous. Saying, man, constantly try to look for these things, man. You know, I get a lot of people that are telling me, oh, you shouldn't be doing these ICOs, you know, blah, 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 and this and that. I'm just like, dude. I'm like, trust your judgment. Don't trust my judgment. You trust your judgment. You trust your judgment, and then you watch me trust mine. That's how the platform works. You watch my journey. You come along with my journey. You join me in my journey if you want to. But at the end of the day, you trust your judgment, your own judgment, and then you watch me trust mine. My judgment. If you base what you do off of what I do, if you come to me and say, hey, what should I do with my money? As a fellow cryptocurrency person, I'm going to laugh at you and say, are you a fucking idiot? Don't do what I do. Shit. I mean, to some, my actions are reckless. You know what I mean? So like, don't base what you do on what I do, unless you feel that some of the moves that I make or the moves that you're particularly interested in making make sense to you. Because that's the issue in the crypto space right now. There's a lot of people that just don't know how to take ownership. They don't know how to take responsibility. And they see somebody having success with the platform, and then they decide to dump their life savings or whatever it is into it, and something may go wrong. Like, for instance, like if, for example, like say like GRX went down. Let's say Shalom had say Shalom put in $20,000. And he showed that, hey, I'm putting in 20K and it's looking good now. But the minute somebody else decides, hey, you know what, I'm going to fucking fit my 401K in there. I'm going to throw in my 100K in it. And then all of a sudden the next week it goes to shit. And Shalom's like, fuck, it went to shit, but it's all good. Let's roll on with the next one. And then you have this poor son of a bitch, this guy who put in his 401K and he's like, he has nothing. And he's going to be quick to blame Shalom because Shalom lost them money or Shalom convinced them to get in. No, that's not how it works. You make it sound, people need to start making sound judgments on their own. You know, don't be so influenced by what we are telling you. Not necessarily what we're telling you, but don't be influenced to the point where you're making the decision based on hype. That's all. Do some research and then make those decisions. Don't do it on hype. And I'm telling you, man, hype can fuck you up really quickly. It can mess you up, man. You'll be hyped right now, and then you'll be like, oh my God, what did I just do? I want to reverse it. But you can't reverse it. So do things slowly. Do things with a clear mind. Don't do it while you're hyped. Wait till your hype goes down and then make a rational decision. I do this shit all the time. I do it all the time. All the time. I was about to do it yesterday. I was gonna go out and buy a Nintendo Switch. A Nintendo Switch, because I had hyped it up in my mind that I needed this thing once again. And you know, I had to pump my brakes a little bit and say, you know, let me just wait. I don't really need the shit right now. I just really want it, but I don't really need it. They sell big girl panties at Walmart for the cheap. So, yeah, you know how it is. Anyways, guys, we've been rolling for a while, almost 2 hours. Damn, I didn't see a whole bunch of people in there. I thought Crypto Trading Pro was somebody who came in here and graced us with their presence. I unblocked Trevon, so I don't know. Trevon. Yeah, Trevon. I ain't seen Trevon in a while. He hasn't. I ain't seen him. Or Craig. I ain't seen Craig in a while either. These cats are on the moon right now. I feel I need a Cadillac. Hey, trust me. You want to know what I've been looking at for the last 2 months? It's fucking ridiculous. And my wife tells me it's absolutely ridiculous. You want to know what it is? Do you want to see the type of impulse madness that goes on in my head on a daily? Let's see. I will show you the ridiculousness and my wife, she's like, you're not going to get that because that's ridiculous and it's never going to happen. Like, it's not going to happen, not because it can't financially happen. It's just she doesn't want it to happen. So I tell her all the time, no, it's going to happen. And you're not going to be able to do anything about it. But let me show you some ridiculous shit that I have convinced myself that I need this. And you're going to be like, that is absolutely insane. But I'll show you. And I'm going to mute it just so I don't get in trouble with the look at this shit. Sean knows about it because she hears about it all the time when I go into work. But look at this shit. Look at how ridiculous this is. Look at this ridiculous ass truck. I've always wanted a big ass truck, and I've always loved dualies. So I've been thinking about getting a big ass Ford F-350 Super Duty, right? On some ridiculous wheels, on some ridiculous ass wheels. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Look at that. Shit's sitting on like 28s. Big ass Ford F-350 dually, all in black. Maybe a white one like this. And put it on some 26s or 28s. And fucking just roll around big. I had the guy, I convinced her to go to the, I convinced her to go to the damn, I convinced her to go to the, look at that. I don't know. It's ridiculous. It is. But I need it. I feel like I need that. I feel like I need it. I went to the dealership, right? And the dealership guy, he asked me, he's like, what are you looking at? I said, oh, I'm looking at the Ford F-350s and the 450s. He was like, oh, okay. So what are you going to be, he said, what are you going to be towing? What are you going to be hauling? I said, groceries. He said, what? I said, groceries. He was like, what do you mean groceries? Are you joking? I was like, nah, I'm serious. He's like, I said, the only thing that's going to be back there is groceries and, like soccer equipment and shit like for the kids. I was like, I'm not towing anything. I said, I might tow a trailer with my motorcycle on it from time to time, but that's not going to be very often. He's like, well, you can save yourself like $40,000 and just buy a Ford F-150. I said, but I don't want a Ford F-150. He said, why? I said, because I don't want a Ford F-150. I said, I want a big ass truck. He's like, well, I'm just trying to save you some money. I said, the money is not the option. It's not an option right now. It's not, money is not the deciding factor right now. I said, and I actually got a little upset because he was trying to convince me to get like a Ford F-250 at least. Because he thought it was ridiculous that I wanted a Ford F-350 and I wasn't hauling shit. So I was just like, dude, I had to be serious with him for a second. I said, hey, man, look. Your job working here at the dealership is to sell me a car. I didn't know Ford had a disclaimer. I said, I didn't see a disclaimer that said that I had to qualify to buy anything on this lot. I said, I simply come here because I want something and then I buy it. That's how it works. I don't need to qualify why I need a specific vehicle. Like, there's no fucking form that says you have to qualify. If you're only buying groceries, then you will only get a Ford F-150. No, fuck that. I said, that's ridiculous. I said, I want the Ford F-350. Period. That was it. And he was confused. My wife was shaking her head like, he's ridiculous. But hey, it's what I wanted. So, yeah, it will happen. I will get it. I will put that shit on like some 28-inch rims, just like you see it in the video. It's going to be all black and murdered out. And I'm going to put a big-ass freight train horn in it, and I'm just going to ride around. That's what I'm going to do every day. 3 miles to the gallon. Not giving a fuck. Because people who buy Ferraris and shit, they don't buy it because of the gas prices. They buy it because they want it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Welcome to the mind of craziness. So this is what I do on a daily. So my wife tries to keep me grounded because this is what I'll do. You know, I've been telling you guys I was going to build another computer for a while, but I haven't done it yet because, again, the computer I want to build is going to cost probably around like $4,000 to $5,000. So I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to buy everything that I need in the house, furniture. We already bought the refrigerator and all that shit. Like, everything that we need in the house, I'm going to buy that first. So when I go and buy something ridiculous, like that truck on 28-inch rims, and on some bags to lower it and stuff like that, how I want it, I don't want to hear any complaining from my wife about not buying stuff for the house. So I'm buying her everything that she wants for the house. And so when I buy something ridiculous, like a Nintendo Switch or the truck, there's no arguments. You know, there's just a head nod. We agree to disagree. That's it. And every day when I come home, I'm gonna pull up in the driveway and I'm gonna blow the big ass freight train horn and be like, I'm home. She's gonna be mad. Yeah, they try to downsell you, man, and I didn't understand. I didn't get that shit. I really didn't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, I walked in there, I saw all black Ford F-350 Super Duty dually. It was the Lariat edition. I looked inside, I sat in that shit, and I said, this is the truck. How much is it? I think it was like $71,000 or something like that. That particular one was like 70-something thousand. They were having some kind of discount or some shit. It was 2017 model, so they were just coming in with the 2018 models. I said, yeah, that's the one. This is the one I want. You know what I mean? And they're trying to downsell you. Like, what the fuck? My wife is trying to do it too. I said, no. It's not what I want. But anyways, guys, appreciate all of you coming out to live stream today. We're just shooting the shit. And I really appreciate it. Everybody stopping by. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I need to get dressed because we got a lot of errands to run. Got to go to Home Depot. We got to look at paint swatches. All this craziness. All this madness. You got to go to Costco. And you know what? That's the reason. That's the other reason. I told her, I said, I want this Ford F-350 Super Duty because I'm going to be going to Costco. So now when we go to Costco, I won't have to go to Costco in my Volkswagen GTI. I don't like going to Costco in my Volkswagen GTI. Why? Because it looks like a clown car when we get 5 people out of the car and we're trying to play Tetris, putting all the shit in the back of the hatchback. I don't like doing that. So I don't like that. So I need something over the top. I need to be able to put shit comfortably in the back of the truck. So that's what it's going to be. Mark my words. And I'm telling you, I swear, by summertime next year, but before the end of the summer, I want to be driving in my Ferrari. That's the other thing I'm going to do. But all right, guys, appreciate you guys coming through. Shalom, Sean, Drew, Victoria. There's Bit Millions. Who else was in here? Crypto Tony, Gnome G. There's a lot of people in here. Appreciate you guys coming through. We'll be back later on with some videos later on. But for that I just want to shoot the shit and just talk. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, This game is crazy. I love the game. I love the game. You gotta love the game. You gotta love the game. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Inshallah.
From the earliest writings of man, we know that the human race has been comprised of the haves and the have-nots. When I was a kid back during the Great Depression, I was obsessed with a desire to know what invisible something separated the haves from the have-nots, being a have-not. I wanted to know why so few managed to be well off financially in a country where success is available to everyone. For example, in checking the Statistical Abstract of the United States, published by the Bureau of the Census, I discovered, just lately, that only 10% of the men in this country, 65 years of age and older, have incomes of $6,000 or more a year. More than 80% of all men 65 or older have incomes under $4,000 a year. Only 7.6% have incomes between $7,000 and $10,000 a year, and only 3.7% have incomes of $10,000 a year or more. A man starts his working career in his 20s, often earlier. He's fortunate in that he lives in the free world. He has better than 40 years to make the grade financially in the richest country on earth. Yet, according to the statistics, only about 10 out of 100 will be financially secure by the time 65 rolls around, and only about 4 men out of 100 will be financially comfortable. Now, why? Well, let me tell you how to find out for yourself. Conduct your own survey. Start down the street in your neighborhood on any Saturday or Sunday and ask the man of every house 2 questions. The first question is, what are you doing at the present time to increase your income now? That is, how much do you want to earn? And when you've evaluated the blank stare you get in response to that question, ask question number 2, which goes, how much money are you planning to be worth at age 65? Now, when the silence becomes too unnerving, thank him and move on to the next house. Ask 50 men, 100, 1,000, until you're completely convinced that the reason men don't make more money during their working lives, and the reason men aren't financially independent by the time they're 65, is simply that they seldom, if ever, do any constructive thinking on either subject. It's that simple, unfortunately. The reason it's so easy to earn far more money than the average man earns in this country is that so very few are going about it the right way. This is a race without enough contestants to bother about. The few who are really in the race can all be winners. Some will finish ahead of the others, but even the man who finishes last in this race will be financially secure. Most people, more than 90%, aren't even in the race. To prove it, ask yourself the 2 survey questions. Up until the time you started listening to this message, what were your plans for increasing your income? How much do you want to earn? And how much money had you decided to be worth by the time you're 65? You see, people who earn large incomes aren't lucky, and they're not crooks as those without money are so fond of pretending, nor are they endowed with more brains or talent necessarily than their friends and neighbors, nor are they privy to occult secrets, and only a very few were lucky enough to have had rich fathers or grandfathers. Most of the people earning the big incomes today started the same way you and I did, and most other people. The only difference between the men who earn big incomes and those who earn small incomes is that those earning big incomes decided to earn more. They're the people who made it their business to earn more. You see, a woman who does not think about baking an apple pie for dinner tonight will never think of looking up the recipe for apple pie. Without the decision for pie, there's no motivation for checking out the recipe. A man who does not think about driving his car to St. Louis, Missouri or Nacogdoches, Texas will never get road maps which show how to get to St. Louis or Nacogdoches. And a man who never decides to earn more money will never think of learning how, of looking up the rules for earning more money. You see, people do what they make up their minds to do. So get rid of the ancient superstition once and for all that people who earn big money are special people, or lucky, or get the breaks, or had money to begin with, or knew someone, or are smarter, or anything else. These are alibis. They can all be disproved 1,000 times. The reason there are so many of these alibis around is that men who fail to make the grade financially are seldom honest enough to just admit that they really didn't try and keep trying. So in order to justify their failure, in order to remain seated, they dream up and pass along these old alibis. We're all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. I once had occasion to visit Charleston, South Carolina. I'd never been there before, so I hired a taxi to drive me around the historic old town. I particularly wanted to see the battery where that famous shot was fired on Fort Sumter. Along this beautiful drive, some of Charleston's oldest and finest homes look out over the bay. I commented to my cab driver on what lovely homes they were, and he said, yes, some of those homes have 40 rooms. And then he thought a moment and he said, and every one of them is owned by a crook. This is how the have-nots justify themselves and their lot in life. I didn't say anything because I didn't feel I was entitled to advise him or try to straighten out his thinking. This is a free country where as long as he doesn't hurt others, everyone has the unalienable right to be just as wrong as he wants to be. As Thomas R. Lounsbury, the American scholar and educator, put it, we must view with profound respect the infinite capacity of the human mind to resist the inroads of useful knowledge. My taxi driver and men and women like him all over the world have been kidding themselves and holding themselves down and refusing the bounty and abundance of the world for centuries. Knowledge is available to everyone. We can either listen to those qualified to teach us, or we can go along with those ancient stumbling blocks we get from people who don't know any more than we do. The truth, incidentally, about those homes along that beautiful drive is that they were built by the men and women who made the largest contribution to the city of Charleston. In just a moment, I'm going to give you the formula for getting rich, but before I do, I want to remind you of something. Before a jet pilot begins his takeoff from an airport, he carefully goes over a checklist, item by item. He does this not only because it's required by law, but because he cannot afford to trust so important a job to his memory alone. He has another checklist that he goes over just as carefully before he begins his letdown at his destination. He does this without fail every time he takes off and every time he lands. Well, I think living successfully is as important as flying an airplane. And because of this, I think each of us needs a checklist too. And that's why there's one included with this cassette. We need a checklist to go over item by item before we take off in the morning and before we drop off to sleep every night.